Good morning, class. In our last class, we have studied about the disease caused by protozoans and helminthisis, right? So, today we'll start with disease caused by bacteria. So, our first disease is typhoid. So, typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhi. Typhi is related to typhoid, okay? Okay, so Salmonella typhi, these are small rod-shaped motile bacteria measuring 1 to 3.5 micron in length. The terms typhoid and parathyphoid are used in accordance to the infection caused by S. typhi and S. paratyphi. Again, this S will refers to Salmonella typhi. Okay. So typhoid is an infection of intestine. It is generally caused in intestine. So only human and animals are carried of this pathogen. The infection is spread by intestinal discharge, or generally it contaminated by the generally source is water and food are the principal means to spread of the typhoid. Okay, so but what is the incubation period of the typhoid? So the incubation period is 20 to 23 days. Okay, or we can say about 1 to 3 week. So what are the general symptoms? So continuous fever, which is usually very high. Okay, the pulse rate will be slow, and headache, constipation are can also seen in some cases. Okay, so these all the symptoms of typhoid. Now the treatment, you can we can see what are the treatment. We can take some types of drug, okay, or a combination of trimethophyllum and sulfur metrozoax has been a alternative drug. We can take this drug also for the treatment. Now we'll talk about the precaution. So since typhoid is spread by contaminated water and food, so the first step is the precaution to maintain perfectly and hygienic condition. So this is the precaution we can take. Now maintenance of good hygienic condition. Okay, so how we can maintain that good hygiene condition? First of all, we can check the spread of organism, है ना, is the first important to the cural typhoid, है ना. Good and clean supply of water. So all these basic things will come under the maintenance of good hygiene condition. Okay, so the second one is vaccination, right? We can prefer vaccine also. So this method was introduced by Elmert Witt in 1901. It aims at protecting the person by active immunization against the typhoid. So we can also refer the vaccination. Okay, now the second disease that caused by bacteria is pneumonia. Okay, so it is a infectious disease of lung. Generally it causes in lung, and the incubation period of this disease is 1 to 3 days. Okay, so which pathogen is generally plays role, है ना? So it is caused by the bacterium Streptococcus, okay, pneumonia, okay, and Helminthophilus influenza. So these are the two pathogen roles plays in pneumonia. Now the symptoms like coughing, है ना, sharp or shaped chest of the pain, deep pain in breathing, है ना, or in some cases your lips and nails become gray or bluish in color. So these are the general symptoms of pneumonia. Now we'll come to the disease caused by fungi. Okay, so first is ringworm. It is a skin disease of human. So the pathogen takes places it caused due to the infection of fungus, microsporums, है ना, Trichophytum and Andrio Epiomorphatus, etc. So these are the pathogen which takes place in the fungi. Okay, the ringworm. Okay, Now, modes of transmission. This disease is usually transmitted from soil or use of towel, comb and cloths of infectious person. Okay, so the treatment, we can in market medicines are available, so that will work on it, the treatment. Okay, so the diseases caused by virus. So first is your dengue fever. So dengue fever is a mosquito borne tropically disease caused by the dengue virus. Dengue fever is also known as break bone fever, is a mosquito borne infectious that can lead to serve the flu like illness. Okay, flu like illness. So the symptoms, we can say that the dengue hemorrhagic fever, that is DHF, is a specific syndrome that tends to affect children under 10 years of the age. Okay, and for the treatments, the preservation of dengue fever require control or eradication of the mosquito carrying the virus that causes dengue. So this is the first disease caused, means come under the disease caused by virus, dengue fever. Second is your chikungunya. So what is chikungunya? It is also a viral disease. It is caused by the chikungunya virus, that is CHIKV. Okay, so during the first week of the infection, chikungunya virus can be found in the blood and pass from the infected person to the mosquito through mosquito bite. And infected mosquito bite that spread the virus to the other peoples, you know. So the symptoms, we can say most people infected with chikungunya virus will develop some symptoms. Symptoms usually begins 3 to 7 days after beginning or being bitten by the infectious mosquito. So treatment is drink fluid to prevent dehydration, take medicine, different types of medicine, or get the plenty of the rest, take rest, in simple way, take rest. Okay, so third is your common cold. Common cold, the common cold is a self-limited contagious disease that can be caused by the number of different types of virus, but the most common one is rhinovirus, which is thought to be responsible for at least 50% of the colds. Okay, or other types of virus that we have, that coronavirus, respiratory syncytial virus and parainfluenza. Okay, so the symptoms are typically symptoms associated with common cold are well known to be both doctors and the patient. So treatment, for the treatment of virus cold, we can say the gargle warm salt water, or inhaling steam, taking steam, right? Okay, so these are the types of diseases. Now we'll start with basic concept of immunology. So the ability of an organism to resist the pathogen or development of disease is known as immunity, and the study of immunity is called immunology. While the infected person with no disease is called immune. Okay, so there are types of immunity, that is innate immunity or acquired immunity. So what is innate immunity? So also known as the natural immunity. Okay, so is the inborn resistance to disease to the other organism as well as the germ causing disease in other member of the same species. This is known as innate. So normally the following 4 types of barriers are responsible for this type of immunity. So what are that 4 types of barriers? First is your physical barrier, second physiological barrier, third is cellular barrier, and fourth is your cytokine barriers. So we'll start with physical barrier. Okay, so first line of the defense, that means in your body, we are talking from our body, na? So that first line of defense that restrict the entry of pathogen. So that first line, what we can say, है ना, our skin can play the role of first, है ना, first defense barrier, first defense, है ना, that restrict the pathogen. Okay, so the example is skin, है ना, or we can say mucus coating, है ना, mucus mucus coating found in the epithelial layer of respiratory organ, our nasal passage है ना, nasal passages or digestive tract, all this will come in your physical barriers. Okay, so second is your physiological barrier. So physiological barrier means these barriers include substance produced in various physiological process in the body, that is acid inside our stomach, at some kind of acid is produced, so that plays a physiological barrier. Saliva in our mouth, tears, bile, all these things will count in physiological barriers. They will also help to restrict the entry of pathogen. Now we'll talk about the cellular barriers. So again, that cellular barrier is divided into 2 points, that is phagocytic barriers. So what are these? These include phagocytes are WBC that circulate in the blood, है ना, means WBC help to circulate in the blood. Okay, during pathogenic infection the WBC count increases sharply, means suddenly that the counting or the number of WBC is increased. Okay, so second is your natural killer cell. Means natural means what? Means those cells which already present in our body, so that are T lymphocytes है ना, or B lymphocytes. Okay, so generally these are produced in bone marrow. Now we'll talk about cytokinin barriers. Okay, so cytokinin are antibody less protein which are released by cell after coming in contact with antigen. So it is produced by virus infected cell of the host that protect the organism from virus in future. Okay, so this is the cytokinin barrier. So second is your so this is innate immunity. Okay, now we'll talk about acquired immunity. It is a immunity which is brought about by an immune system which is developed after the infection. In this there is a formation of antibody and lymphocytes that attack and destroy the pathogen, correct? So that is acquired immunity. So again this is divided into two basic types, that is active acquired or passive acquired. So active acquired means we'll say vaccination है ना, we will count in vaccination, means the vaccination which we are taking to stop that pathogen. Okay, now passive acquired means what? Means if we will talk about a small child, so that a small child taking from its mother, receiving from mother. Okay, so that flow or that mental antibody through the placenta, so this is known as passive acquired. Now component of human immunity system. So that is also of two type, that is humoral immunity or cell mediated immunity. So first is humoral immunity. It is a type of immunity in which antibodies are developed which are capable of attacking the invading pathogen. Okay, or second cell mediated is, here there is a formation of large number of highly specialized lymphocytes which have a special capacity to attack the foreign agent and destroy them. Okay, so now we'll start with antigen. So what is antigen? Antigen are foreign substance that invade the body of an organism. In other words, any foreign substance which when enters the body is capable to stimulating an immune response called the antigen. So antigen are protein, okay, large polysaccharides and large lipoprotein. Okay, so now we'll talk about the next is your antisera. What is antisera? It is a liquid form of antibody which is used to kill the pathogenic organism present inside the body of the patient. It is also a liquid. Okay, now next is your interferons. What is interferons? It is another type of acquired immunity. When cells in the body are attacked by virus, many of them form a substance called interferon that is especially interactive by attacking the virus. Okay, so this is known as interferons. Now, cells of immune system means there are different types of cells present in a immune system. So what are they? So lymphocytes are the type of WBCs, and leukocytes, which are chief cells to immune system of the body. So there are two types of lymphocytes that promote cellular immunity and humoral immunity. Okay, so there are T lymphocytes, right? है ना? So there are first is your killer T cells. Killer T cells, in short we can say KT cells, that directly attack and destroy the antigen. Okay, KT cell. Okay, second is your helper T cell, that is HT cell, that stimulate the B cells to produce more antibody. Next is your suppressor T cell, that is ST cell, that keeps anti immune system to attack the own body cell. Okay, so these are the different kinds of cells of the immune system. Now we'll talk about mode of the action of T cells. Okay, as antigen, two antigens. So T cells are antigen specific. Why? Each T cell recognize a specific antigen, and different type of T cells are stimulated by different types of antigen. So when a T cell is stimulated by a specific agent, T lymphocyte divided rapidly to form a clone of that T cell called the T cell lymphoblasts. Okay, so this is the role of T cells, and we'll talk about the mode of action of B cells. Okay, to antigen. So once a B cells is activated by the antigen, it multiply very fast and form a clone of plasma cell. Most of these produce antibody at the terminidous rate to 2000 molecular per second, right? So these antibodies circulate in the lymphocytes to fight an antigen. So forming of humoral immune system. B cells are short-lived and are replaced by new cells from the bone marrow after few days. Means the time period of the B cells is short. Okay, but they can replace from the new cells. So here you can see the difference between B cells and T cells. Okay, so now immune response. So what is immune response? So there are two types of, that is primary response and secondary response. So primary is when our body encounters a pathogen for the first time, that is known as primary, and secondary means these response taken place after infection when cell recognize a pathogen or antigen. So this is called two types of responses, primary and secondary. Okay, so by the difference between, you can see here the difference between B cell and T cell. Okay, thank you.